वहाँ से लॉगिन कर लेंगे। एक बार प्लेस करने के लिए उनको कुछ चाहिए होगा, क्या बोलते हैं, अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करने के लिए, तो उनको वो बनाना होगा। Participants हमारी तो जा रही है यहाँ, मैं लॉगिन करती हूँ वहाँ से, और हाँ तो आप ही से पता चल जाएगा। बट कहाँ से बोलेगा भैया? विजिबल होना चाहिए, बेटर है कि यूज करके बोलना। अरे यहाँ पे मुझे मैसेज करके लगा, ठीक है वहाँ पर देख दिस इज फाइन, यहाँ से कर लेगा ना, दोनों तरफ आ जाएगा। फिर वो थर्ड रो की स्ट्रेटजी फिर पूरा सॉल्व होगा। तुझे फर्क पड़ता है कि तुम्हें सॉल्व करवाना ये बेटर है। बच्चे ज्यादा आएंगे, अरे इसी को भी बैठ जाएंगे ना, इस रूम में बैठेंगे। हाँ वो वाली रो पे कभी बैठेगा, तुम यहाँ पे खड़े होकर बोल सकते हो। ये चेयर चाहिए, ये चेयर चाहिए। मैम मेरी कॉन्फ्रेंस में आने के लिए बाकी क्या नहीं देखता, तो इतना तो बच्चा भी नहीं है मैम, अभी सेकंड में हो जाएगी। ये नहीं चाहिए और थोड़ा सेंसिटिव क्वेश्चन पड़ेगा। So I should think about this. मेरे पास चुप्पी नहीं हुई। Am I audible, Ritika? कौन बोले ऐसे भी जरा टाइम कल मारती सही आने में बाकी के लेकिन तो कोई नहीं करना तो बैठ नहीं और तो है वॉइस अब आ रही है? Now you see, is it coming now? Unmute. क्या बोला? Voice clearly evident. आपके पास आवाज आ रही है? नहीं जा रही है, जा रही है। उसका सकता हूँ खिलाने के लिए आवाज आएगी। Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am good. So we will have the student display.
Okay.
As you could see, with the previous screen, you could did you see the screen? So the students would be visible. Like this is the classroom.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll help you with the screen. Just check everything. Like if you have a PPT to show or any other screen to display, we can test it now.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do that. Hope it is visible
So
to
it's
you.
working fine, है ना?
Oh. Okay.
Students, you have to communicate to us that whether the voice is reaching to you properly or not.
Yes.
Everyone is the voice clear? Any other problems? Everything is fine. The screen is visible properly. What are you waiting for?
I hope screens are visible, right?
We can begin now. Dr. Saab, are you available now?
Yeah, I
Dr.
am.
Ali, yes. So please enable your screen. And William, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can begin now.
Good morning, everyone. We are honored to have Dr. Shakir Ali with us today, an accomplished digital media trainer, serial entrepreneur, and head of business at Digital. He has vast experience in digital business, having founded and led successful ventures like eMerchant Digital and Being Trendy. Dr. Shakir is also a faculty member at Nithan, Singapore, and an associate professor in Hyderabad, guiding startups and corporations in digital marketing and business strategies. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Shakir Ali.
Over to you, sir. So this is
Thank you.
one, we have created something called as EDC, Entrepreneurship Development Cell. And this activity is a part of EDC. We want to have the students familiarization towards entrepreneurship and the related skills. And in that pursuit, we believe digital marketing are the very important skills. So students should be familiar about it. And there is, the kind of expertise they'll keep on developing, but at least familiarization is required. So we are hoping, sir, you would be able to take the questions also from the students, and also students would be equally participative here. And now, so it's over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to you, Dr. Jagan, and thank you the team for organizing this session. I'll try my level best of keeping the interest of the time, and as the first session, what I understand, I'll try to look into some of the important tools or aspects that we can actually utilize as a digital marketer. Over a period of time, we understand that we are flooded with a lot of tools which are coming every day. And out of that, identifying some of the important tools which could be handy and that we can use for various requirements of digital business or digital needs. Right? So more or less, when we talk about digital and all, I understand that the generation you guys are, not to explain what is digital media and what is digital business and all. Understand that very lucrative things, you understand it very well and all right. So let me share you my screen, and then we'll have few screens followed by that. We'll have some of the hands-on on some of the tools that I identified could be important for us, because I feel that is important for my team when they are delivering or executing digital marketing services for their client, for the clients. At the same time, few of the tools which we use or I personally use on a very frequent basis whenever there is a sudden meeting that we schedule, or sometimes immediate requirement that it comes, so we don't actually get enough time to make it complete and organized. So we take the help of some of the AI tools. So I'll be suggesting you, or I'll be taking you or walk through with some of the tools which I am using very frequently, or which is actually helping other digital marketers as well when I'm training them, or when I'm making them to learn or execute capstone project or their project for their education purpose or for business purpose. All right, once again, very warm good morning to all of you. And I understand that you guys have fundamental knowledge and understanding about digital marketing and all. So I'm not going very deep in it, but yes, I'll be touching few of the important pointers, and then we'll be moving on to some of the things. Right, so hope my screen is visible to all of you. Yeah.
It is visible, yes.
All right. So when we talk about digital marketing, I'm like, not to explain much or not to ask from you guys. It's about conventional method, whatever we used to have earlier. We just try to use various digital platforms which are available and communicate as an enterprise or an entrepreneur or as a business entity what we are doing, and that to be communicated to the end audience or your audience, your buyer, potential buyer, about your product, about your services or your brand, your offerings. So it's basically a kind of communication channel which is there between company and the target audience. So it's not only communication channel, but it is in return of that, we expect a financial transaction to happen, which in return makes both of the stakeholders, the service provider or the product sellers, and acceptance or the user of the product or the services, we want both to be benefited against whatever the price, whatever the cost that they are sharing for it. So overall, why this is very important for entrepreneurs, when we talk about why this is very important for entrepreneurs, is first and foremost thing is like reach more people globally or locally. Right? So it's based on your requirement whether you want to opt for local business or hyper local business. Your buyers are in a local market or very hyper locally they are located, or they are globally located. So with the help of digital, we can actually reach them out at an uh, in an economic way, not only in economic way, but we will also be able to understand about the outcome, that means to say what is the effectiveness of those reaches, has it been translated into monetary benefit or not. So I'm not restricting that it's only about monetary benefit, but prima facie, as a business entity, we want to understand whether it has been translated or transformed into revenue generation stream or not. Next important point is it's cost effective with high ROI. So when we talk about ROI, it's return on investment. If you are putting a smaller amount, you can actually gauge that is it giving you immediate return or maybe return in 1 month time or 2 months time or certain time frame. Third important point is data for measurable performances. It helps us to measure the performance of each and every activity that we are going to do digitally, and it will help us to take informed decision and calculated decision. As an entrepreneur, we are bound to take risk, but risk in air is not advisable. So what is advisable in current scenario is take a calculative risk, do analysis, analyze the complete in and out of the business scenario, and then try to see how we can actually move on to the next. As a part of just explanation about that, it helps us to reach the kind of customers that we want. Now, as a product or service delivery partner or service delivery entity, means as an entrepreneur, you have multiple offerings or same product that you want to offer to multiple customers having different buyer persona. When we say buyer persona, it's about your variety of customers and their characteristics or their behavior. Mostly we talk about digital behavior because we are talking about digital business and digital media. Next important point is about making people aware that what your business is and how it is actually you are going to connect or make people aware that you exist in the market. Third important point, which is very relevant in current scenario, is data-driven decision. That means to say decisions will be not taken in fly or on gut feeling or on just on assumption basis. It has to be based on data, that means to say previous, present, or futuristic data, and then we are going to analyze it, and then based on that we are going to. So all your strategies will be based on analysis of previous, present, and future data, and then based on that we'll be simulating it, implementing in our business scenario, and then we'll be moving on to the next. Overall, as a component or various channels, these are some of the channels that we say. We talk about search. When we call about search, that means to say it is about when we are searching anything in the search engine, whatever the results that we get, we call it search engine optimization. Not to explain all these things, probably these are the terminologies that you guys are aware of. I understand, being a student of JIMS, I understand that these things that you know it well in a quite good way, in a very understandable way. So I'm not going in detail about what is search engine results and all. But prima facie is, if we know how people are searching, what keywords that people are searching, what is the trend which is there. So based on that, we are going to optimize our website. When we say optimizing, that means to say we are going to make certain changes on the website. And when we say on the website means whether it is the displayed content or it is about the code, it is about the loadable factor, how fast it loads, browser compatibility and all, right? Now, the terminology has moved from SEO, mostly we talk about search engine optimization. Now this terminology has moved to the next level where we call it SXO. SXO, search experience optimization, means how you are going to enable or optimize experience of the user when they are searching your website, so when they are searching something on the search engine and when they are coming to your website. So it's about creating an experience for the users. So their readability of the content, the way that you display your content, the way that you naturally write the flow of your content, and how engaging it is, and what is the experience of the user when they come to your website. Is it really sticking them? Is it making them to stay on your website, or they just quickly wrap it up and then move on to the next page, right? So in this, you can also go on to the next level where we can talk about SXO, right? The way that we have UI, which is user interface, UX is user experience. Likewise, search engine experience that is there, search experience is something which is very important. Next, social media, not to say we spend averagely as a screen time, if we talk about averagely, I'm not talking about youngsters of your age group. I'm talking about people of 60s, in the age group of 60s. Their social media screen time has increased from 2 hours to 4 to 5 hours on a daily basis. And common senior citizens I'm talking about, right? Likewise, for youngsters, for actually where the business is, the screen time or the kind of content that they are consuming on social media platform is immense, right? Mostly we talk about Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, but not necessarily these, because when we talk about the global presence, we have other tools as well, like TikTok and other platforms that is also playing a vital role in terms of making our brand reach to the audience. When we talk about Southeast Asia or Central Asia or global scenario, probably that is also a platform which is playing a vital role. Email marketing is the least spoken avenue as a part of digital marketer, but I understand that as an entrepreneur or a startup or a business entity, this is something which helps you to bring, email marketing will help you to bring the least will help you to acquire your customer at the least cost. Means cost per acquisition will be least if we are going to use email marketing effectively. Keeping the interest of time, I'm not going in detail that how we can optimize it, what all the things that we can do. But this is one of a prima facie that we can use in terms of engaging our users or visitors to our platform. And any of a popular e-commerce site, if we talk about whether it is Amazon, Flipkart, or Zomato, or we talk about any other platform, whether it is a product selling company or it's a service selling company where you are subscribing some of the tools or softwares in a SaaS model, they are also continuously sending an email as a reminder that you can subscribe and you can gain advantage about it. Next, pay-per-click. You pay to the Google or you pay for the performance of your ad, that is pay-per-click, content marketing and affiliate marketing. So these are some of the channels, popular channels in terms of how to make your visitors come to your website on your doorstep. Now, these are some of the steps that we will be discussing about. And when we talk about these steps, it's all about how we are actually navigating it, right? So, as a typical digital marketing strategy, right, first and foremost thing is that we have to understand about what is the kind of brand tone and brand voice. That's what we are going to use for our brand. When we say about brand tone and brand voice, I'll give you some of the examples. You guys are going to understand it. Say, for example, you take advertisement of NIIT, right? Or any B schools advertisement, right? So the moment we talk about NIIT, which is a computer training institute, or we talk about any business B schools, right? If they are advertising, mostly they are using professional images and they are using professional tone in terms of connecting with their target audience, because they want a professional value to be added to the skills of the users or the skills of the potential customers, and then they want career to be advanced with the help of that. Right? So that's where they are using. So their tone is quite professional. And when we talk about the voice, they are trying to make their voice audible to the people in terms of formal or professional image look and feel. Right? Likewise, if we take the example of Amul butter or Amul as a brand, mostly Amul uses caricature kind of thing, or it uses funny kind of movement, even if they are changing their ads on a very frequent mode. So that is about identifying brand tone and brand voice. Now, based on that, these are the generic topic related to marketing, right? But still I'm discussing, because keeping these in mind only, we are going to utilize our digital tools, or will be utilizing digital media for the benefit of our usage. Next important point is where most of the companies, they stress very less is about identifying the target audience and build buyer persona, right? So when we talk about target audience, right, it is about, for example, an institution is offering a PGDM program, or the institution where I'm associated, for example, Ediclass or Lincoln, right? Or the company that that I am having, which is Digitos. Now, in all of these scenarios, right, when we talk about the kind of offerings that we have, so probably some of the offerings, it could be for youngsters who have just passed out their 12th, intermediate, and they are looking for further level of educations, could be after graduation, UG or PG courses. So there will be some offerings related to UG, which is undergraduates, like BBA kind of scenario or something for that, and then postgraduate courses, which is PG courses, right? So these are two types of offerings related to any of a B school or any of the management related education offering programs. But there is a possibility that this institution is also offering courses for executives, and they are working. So these are the courses for not to get them into the job. So for the BBA or PGDM and all, these could be for you to get into the employment at the first level of the employment. Whereas for executive MBA program or program, which is online program, or much specialized in various formats, for example, supply chain, for example, hospitality management, for example, operations management and all. So based on upskilling for working professionals, course offerings will be different and target persona will be different, right? So when we work on those variations, then only we'll be able to work on what will be the target audience details, and we have to drill down to a very minute level about their buying behavior, psychographic behavior, what influenced them while they are purchasing, who are the influencing factors, what kind of news channel that they browse through, what kind of content they absorb. They spend more time on TikTok or Facebook or business channels and all. So all these things will come. I'm like, are they parallelly working, they are earning, or they are just dependent on their parents for current scenario and all. So all of these things that will be going to define about target audience and buyer persona. How detailed, the way that we are going to make it more and more detailed, probably that is something that is going to help us reach out to our audience in a very pinpointed way. Then brand color and justify your choice. So when you are choosing a particular color, why you are choosing that, and what is the voice that that particular is talking about. So we can take the scenario of various color combinations used by various brands, and you can also see how they have changed the brand color that they had been using in past in a scenario when they are using in the digital world. How logos have transformed from 2D logo to 3D logo, and they have certain movements as well. So all of these things that we are going to talk about in that. Now, next important point is put your eye very deeply on your competitors. We take it on a very rough note that, okay, their customers are these and all. But every component of this strategy has to be monitored for your competitor. The way that they're using, whatever the brand tone and brand voice that they are using, the kind of connect that they are having, the kind of endorsement that they are using, the kind of influencers that they are using. So everything that we have analyzed for the competitors. SWOT analysis, we are aware of, you guys are aware of that, but mostly strength we talk about, but we struggle to identify weaknesses of us as a leadership, or weaknesses of ourselves or our company, where we may talk about weakness on the on the type of skills that we have, and the type of reach in the market, or enough of the competition which is there, which is not allowing you to penetrate into the market very easily. So all of these things that need to be discuss about USP, which is unique selling point propositions, then understand reasons of, this is something which I mostly talk about, which is understand the reasons of rejections. What are 5 important reasons because of which you will be rejected in the market? Why people will not purchase product or services from you? This is something that we hardly discuss. We talk about opportunity, we talk about the price advantages, we talk about various other things, but why someone will reject you? What are the various objections that will be coming, and how you are going to resolve those objections? That is something which is very crucial, which most of the entrepreneurs, most of the startups, or most of the early people in the business, or first generation in the business, they don't address this particular problem, including me. When I started, I had not discussed, or I have not thought for reason of rejection. Right? But eventually, when I realized that some of the reasons of rejections, so what I started doing, or what businesses should do, that their weaknesses, or whatever the reasons because of which they are getting rejected, convert that into opportunity and try to make it as the link it with your unique offerings to your client, and that's where you are going to make some difference out of it. Clear goal and KPIs, mostly we fail to do so. Or when we mostly say we have to have smart goals and objectives that should be there. But the moment we say smart goals and objectives, it's more as a startup or as an entrepreneur or as an initial business entity, we talk a lot on these points, but we are not having enough of the data to quantify our objective or goal in such a way that we can translate into achievable things. So that's where every pieces has to be, every block of the objective has to be sliced down into pieces. And these pieces, like you are purchasing a loaf of bread, that means to say a bread packet, and the complete bread packet is sliced down into individual slices. That's where we have to slice down all our goals and objectives to a level that we can quantify, and what activity we are going to achieve by using which channel of our marketing activity or digital activity. So these are some of the pointers. Choose the prioritized digital channels, content calendar, right? Execute and launch your digital strategies. There is nothing called final strategy. So it's always evolving, right? So it's always evolving. So keep measuring, analyze it, optimize it, and go on to the next level. Now, these are some of the basic intros about things that we have spoken about. Now, I'll be trying to take you guys to some of the tools, right? That could be helpful for us in terms of understanding right? So as we understand that every day, a lot of tools are getting flooded on social media platform, or you start Googling it, you will be able to find many tools which are there on digital media platform or in social media, you'll get to know about that. But I just try to identify a few of the tools that I keep using it on a very regular basis, and that helps to maximize the capacity that we have. That means to say the performance or the efficiency of an individual goes to a very, it has multiplied multiple times. I should not say that it has multiplied 2 times or 3 times, but probably X number of times that it has multiplied. And as a digital marketer, where we understand that content is the king, and because of when chat gpt came into market, people started saying that it is going to be disaster for content creation team, but it is not. It helps you to maximize your performance, but at the same time, we as an individual cannot only be dependent on getting AI generated content. So for that, I understand few of these things that you might be aware of, but still I'll go step by step process in terms of first and foremost thing is about how we can uh, start using various tools, or how we can bypass the content that we are generating from AI tool, how we can bypass that so that tools cannot recognize that it is AI generated. So I'm not telling you to use this on a frequent basis, but this is something which has helped me in terms of understanding the quality of content which is being delivered by content creation team, and then I try to cross verify it so that whether it is helping you in terms of getting the unique content or not. So I'm going to use three tools, right? So first one is chat gpt, second is scribber, where we'll be able to see whether it is AI generated content or not, and then we are going to humanize those content and re-cross check it to check whether it also gets it also gets tracked or noticed that whether it is a AI generated content or not. So I'm not very sure whether it is relevant to you or not, but as a digital marketer, or when we try to implement it for sometimes for our customers or understand the mindset of it, probably it has helped in terms of identifying the delivery that you are getting, whether it is just being copied from here and there, or it has actually it has some intake on that. So I am switching from this to my screen, and where I'll be talking about these utilization of these tools. So let me know if my screen related to chat GPT is visible to you. If not, I'll stop sharing and again share. Is my screen related to chat GPT visible to you guys? Yes.
It is visible. William, will you respond? Is it visible at your end?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. All right. So I'm just taking a very small example in front of you, and then we'll try to see, right? For example, I'm going to ask about, right, blog of 500 words regarding how digital marketing is for all right. So this is the content that is still getting generated. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to copy some of the content from here, right? And then we'll try to check whether it detects or not. So I'm going to check on another tool, which is Scrubber, right? Scrubber, and I'm going to use that over here. right? I'm going to use it over here, and then we'll say, and good part with this is you get in the free version of this tool, you get up to 1200 words. You can actually check whether it is generated from AI or not. So I can still take the whole length of the content rather than taking the smaller length of the content. I'll be taking the whole length of the content, right? And then try to see what it says. And then I'm going to say this is 751 words, and then I'm going to analyze the text. So it says that 100% of text is likely to be AI generated. So it says that 100% of the text is AI generated, right? Now, I'm going to use this on third platform, which is humanizeai.pro. All right. So I'm going to write this. I'm going to insert it over here. Well, and these are 735 words over here. And I can choose the tone in terms of humanizing it, whether it is standard, academic, simple, floating, formal, informal. So whatever the tone that we want. For example, I want to keep it standard, or I want to keep it in the formal way. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this particular tool to humanize AI. So this is going to give us the content which is related to same way, and it has converted something in this format, right? So we can copy this. We can copy this from here and then also go back and check it over here in terms of whether the outcome that we have received is having some being changed or not, right? So I can analyze it again. So again, you can see is likely to be AI generated, right? So 90, not copy properly. I believe so. So if we are going to use it or we are trying to do this bits and pieces, probably that sometimes helps us to humanize it much better, right? So we can practice that as well, right? But keeping the interest of the time, I'm just making it like this, and then we'll try to. So you can see there is a there still it shows that it has been generated from that, right? So what we can do is we can use the paraphrasing of this particular tool, and then we'll try to convert that into humanized content, and then also we'll try to. But as these tools are, sometimes these tools are free. So what happens? It may or may not help you to generate exactly in the similar format. But if you try to use it in bits and pieces, probably sometimes it gives you better result, right? So you can use these tools in terms of humanizing your content. Not only this, but there are other tools like Quillbolt or Paraphraser or Grammarly also you can use in terms of humanizing these content and then using it for your purpose. Right, so this is when I have used this shorter content, you can see it is showing that for only 41% of the text is likely to be AI generated, whereas other texts are human written is 59%. So whatever the segment that you feel that it is showing that it is AI generated, you can again go back to the humanized platform and then you can rewrite it. This will help you to make sure that the content that you have is not being fetched as a AI generated content, but it will help you in terms of creating multiple blog content or writing something, your content in such a way that you can utilize your time in effective way. I will recommend not to use these platforms for your academic purpose, but when you are executing a project for your customers or for yourself, probably these tools actually help you in terms of making your best utilization of the time and moving on to the next. Likewise, you can also use some of the paragraphs or captions that you have generated with the help of AI, put it over here, and then you can move on to the next. So this is one of a way. By using that, we can actually minimize the threat of detection that your content is AI generated. And if it is not AI generated, then Google gives some attention to that. Otherwise, we will not be able to move on to the next, right? So this is about creation of content followed by that humanization of it. Now, likewise, you can also use Copilot as well. Mostly we try to use ChatGPT, but Copilot, which is the product of Microsoft, that also gives good result, right? Both of these tools have advantages and disadvantages, but this gives quite enough detail about it. Likewise, I'm also going to showcase one of a tool which is there, and that is related to many activities that we do during digital marketing, right? And that next tool is about writeblogger.com. I'm not very sure how many of you have heard about this, but this is a tool which is very helpful. And I normally request my team members as well to use this tool in terms of expediting their delivery process. Right? So this is another tool which we call it writeblogger.com. So you can join this tool, you can log in this tool with any of your free Gmail account or with any of your account. And once you log into this particular tool, something is very important for most of the digital marketers. And I should say that it is very handy tool for startups or small businesses. Right? So when we talk about this, you will be able to see there are multiple tools which are available over here, right? When you click on the blogging tool, you are going to get the detail about article writer, smart suggest, post ideas, post outlines, title, introduction, paragraphs, FAQs, newsletter ideas, right? So all of these things that you are going to get, right? Then you have a grammar fixer as well. In case you want to fix or check your grammar so that everything is there. You have paraphrase, you can rewrite it, you can shorten. You have 500 words paragraph or content. You want to shorten it into 100 words, you can do that. And not only that, if you want to expand that, you can expand that as well. So we will test each and every part of it, and then we'll go on to the next tool as well. Next important tool is about SEO tool, which is about keyword research. So in this, if we talk about, you can put the keyword and then followed by that, you can choose the country which you want to target and what language you want to target. For example, I am into digital marketing training, right? And my audience is in India. What way you want to, right? So let me load it. Right? So it is giving us all the detail about what are the keywords, what is the search volume, how is the competition. In case you will be advertising this on Google, so what will be the cost per click that will be there, right? But the challenge is it is showing in dollar, it is not showing in rupees. Now, but at the same time, you can collect these and identify these things, and then you can go back to Keyword Planner and identify what are the best performing keywords for you, right? So this is one of a very basic tool. Now, for example, if I click on tools over here, for example, digital marketing training, digital marketing course online, right, or certification, if I'm going to click on the tools, it is going to say that people also ask or generate article, post ideas, or generate keyword clusters. When we say clusters, that means to say similar kind of keyword can be grouped together. So, for example, I want to generate post idea. So related to this particular keyword, I want to generate post ideas, right? So the moment I click on it, it will start generating. You can see these are the topics related to post ideas, that means to say benefits of Google digital marketing certification for career growth and all. So these are something which are there. Now, again, if I am going to click on tools, it will help us to create, generate article or generate post to title, right? So let me generate an article for this particular keyword. So it is saying that step by step for this. Now, how many short form, long or all, whatever it is that we can, tone and all, creative, casual, extended or the formal, we can choose this, right? I can choose the creative one and go on to create the outline. So this tool I feel is very handy and very helpful for all of our digital marketers. And with this, probably instead of rushing to many multiple external tools, you can use this at your own in a one particular interface and you can do it. Now, these are something that you are going to get post title introduction. You are also going to get about H2 tags, header tags, H3 tags, everything you are going to get. Now, if this flow is good for you, I can say that generate article and it will start generating article for you. So from one tool, which is just keyword analysis, that is going to make you to generate your keyword cluster, search volume, right? Title, right? So here is your blog or the content which is ready, right? So you have all these things that you can use it. Now you can download this, you can copy it, you can share it, and this is of 622 words that you are having it over here. Now, likewise, we can go to some other tools in this, right? So we can go to, people also ask about in this. Likewise, what people normally ask means, what are the other things that people are interested in? Right? So you can see some of the ideas are digital marketing degree courses in India and how means general ideas and how, what is digital marketing course in India? Is there any course for digital marketing? So these are something related to digital marketing. Likewise, for you to create your FAQs or you to create some of the ideas related to what kind of generic questions that people might be asking about your idea or your startup or your business that you are into, you can use this and with the help of this, you can actually create a lot of things that you can, right? So it will help you to generate ideas. And then furthermore, what are the certifications of digital marketing that is there? Likewise, we can use some of other tools as well, right? So this is something which is a very basic format in terms of SEO tool for keyword research, followed by what people may ask, that into say relevant questions related to that particular topic. And then it will give you the complete info about how to write effective and engaging content. Now let's go on to the next, which is backlink checker. You need not to go to any other website like Ahref or moz.com and all as a digital marketer to identify where all your competitors are there. You can just write it over here and then you will be able to get it. Say, for example, there is a 𝐼MA-CME, which is Indian Institute of Management Association, located in Delhi, right? All India Management Association, located in Delhi. Now, this is the URL that I have put in. Now, let's see when I am going to click on generate about backlinks, we will get some outcome, right? No, sorry, this is taking us to right. So when you click on that, backlinks results are limited to 25 results without a subscription, but still you are going to get 25 backlinks. So as a digital marketer, you have to analyze these things for your competitor's website. So what you have various things which are there. some of the content from Wikipedia, some of the content from other websites as well. So you will be able to identify what are various websites that you have. So you can get as much as you can. But there is another tool like SEO-𝐾𝐢𝐬, which is extension, Chrome extension. You can use that as well for identification of backlinks. Now I'm going to the next level. For example, I have to create meta title for my page, right? So here you can put the URL, article URL, and then you can request for generation of meta title for that, or you can put the post title, means how to So in the tone, I have not clicked on the tone, but in the tone, when you click on it, it is again going to have multiple details about it. Now you can see here is the top digital marketing certification to boost your career in 2024. It carried 23, it carried 13 words. We can also identify number of characters, how it can be. 7 must have digital marketing certifications that make the difference. So likewise, you get variety of options. You choose the best and then identify it, and then you can start using it, right? So that is something that will help you to make it. Now, if I click on tools, it will help us to generate description. So you have already generated title, means subject line of the post. You have generated title of this post. I can generate description for this post, right? I can generate description for this post in terms of 160 to 170 characters. You'll be able to get some description which get ahead in 2024. Discover top 23 top digital marketing certification courses for this, right? So these are some of the outlines. Now, again, if you click on tools, it will help you to generate meta title. So if you have a description, you want to generate meta title. You have title, you want to generate description, you can do so, right? Then about permalink and all. So I'm not touching it as of now, keeping the interest of the time, right? But you guys can explore every bit of this particular thing. AI image generator, right? So if you want, we can generate image over here, right? Impact is title, none, animate, illustrate, right? So I'm just keeping it like square format. So you guys can try it in the way that you want. Again, this is the freemium version that you could say part of this is freely available, whereas when you are aggressively using it, for that we have to purchase your subscription. But mostly what happens, right? So what it gives you instantly, it has given you the image which is saying digital marketing corrections. Do you I'm like, these texts are still editable text, right? So you can edit these texts, you can download this image and you can edit this, right? So likewise, I can create something else as well. Sketch. We'll see whether it is getting generated or not. Right. So you can see there is a sketch that has been generated. Now you can download it and you can edit it as well. Right. So you can have in mobile version format. You can have it in any other format. So this is that you have to explore it. Now, all possible things that are required for search engine optimization, SEO, this particular tool is very handy and very useful in terms of doing our day-to-day activities. So you can see photorealistic, which is there. So it is about, so image has been generated. We can customize it or we can do rest of the things. So that is there, right? Now, next is about image captions. So we have generated our image. Now we want to generate our caption. So what we can do, we can upload the image, right? Okay, we can upload the image and then we can use it. For example, I am having some of the images over here, right? Right. So good for social media type of a post that is there, and we can actually try to. We want to create alt tag for this image, or we want to put blog caption. This image you are using in blog or for social media, whatever you are using it, you can choose it. Creative, casual, extended, and formal. So I'm keeping it creative. Let's see what it is. So it has given you leading with confidence and a smile with the hashtag as well, right? A strong team starting with the strong leaders who inspire you. So likewise, you will get options related to. So you upload the image, you get the captions. You do this, you'll get that, right? So instead of running from one platform to other AI tool, this is something which I feel that is quite important, which is quite handy. Likewise, it will help you to create content gap. So you put a content, and then whatever the improvisation that this platform wants to suggest, do that. You have keyword cluster as well. So you can put in and then generate, for example, right? So clustered format, post format that is there, right? You have post format, which is there, targeted audience format, you have there, specific skills base, right? So it is going to categorize it in a various categories, which we call it clustering. Right? Now, based on all of, for example, this cluster, you want to write one article, you can copy it, you can work on those articles, right? Then you can work on Google Preview, how it will appear, right? So these are something related to search engine optimization. Now I will be moving on to the next, which is social media SEO tools, right? So you get an option to create social bio, YouTube video ideas, YouTube tag generator, video title, video descriptions, outline, blog, right? So when we talk about creation of video blog, right, or transcript, YouTube video transcript, you can create that so that you want to record your video, you can do that. Blog post to YouTube video scripts, you can do that. So there are multiple tools which are there, right? So related to social media tool, which is there. So I'm not going to practice each and everything, but I'm leaving it to you guys on your discussion that how you want to use it, you can use it, right? Likewise, Facebook post generator preview. I want to create a Facebook post for right. Again, as we can write it, we can choose the way that we want to choose, whatever you want to choose, right? So this has created some detailing. Now, there was an option which was also there. We can edit this and run it again, right? So what it is it is about creation, post generation and all, right? So if this is not the case, I want to include some of the smiley as well. So if I want to use some of this, include emojis as well, so I can click on loading. So it will create a content with some of the emojis as well, right? So you will find some of the emojis, right? So this is, you can edit and you can rerun it. These are further options that you will get. All right. So this is about Facebook posts. Likewise, Instagram captions, LinkedIn posts, LinkedIn headlines, Pinterest pins, podcast name. So all of these things you are going to get. Not only this, so these are something related to social media, right? So YouTube content generation is one of the biggest tasks that I feel because we don't understand or we don't know what kind of content will be accepted by the people. So keeping that in mind, probably so this is something in terms of creating video ideas or other things that we can actually create it. Likewise for title, for bio, what kind of thing it should be there, right? So we can write it, we can do all of these things, right? For post, for this, so I'm moving on. Podcast is something which is very important in current scenario, right? Or when you talk on certain topics, and then what are the topics which could be which can go viral, and what are the topics that people will be interested in listening. So this tool will help you to identify those tools. Now I'm going to the next tool, which is very important, that is related to sales tools. And for this, we are having email marketing, which is the best tool, or email marketing is the best option to grab uh, leads or conversion at the lowest cost. That means to say, cost per acquisition by using email marketing is the least in the industry. Across all possible industries, you'll find that cost per acquisition by using email marketing is the least. Now, to have that, this tool actually helps you to generate effective subject line of your email. Means if you are sending an email to your target audience, what caption that should be there in your email subject line so that people will open it, right? So I'm going to write something over here and see. I changed a little bit in terms of digital marketing services for small businesses, right? So is your digital marketing strategy helping you to grow? Boost your small businesses with our online magic. Ready for this? Get digital marketing boost for your digital business needs. Let's go. So there are multiple things which are there. If you like it, good. If not, we can again go back and say that reset the form or run again, right? So we can run it again, right? So likewise, we can change this. We can change this with discount offers. So it got changed. Check the deals, affordable digital marketing for small services and all. Still, if we want to improve it, we can improve it, right? And then about the cold emails, that means to say you are sending as if you have only the contact details, but they are not aggressive subscriber or they are not aggressive buyer from your platform. Then you have now, so far, whatever we have done, it is about you are trying to optimize a website or trying to create a content for blog, YouTube, Pinterest, everything. Now, next is as a small entrepreneur, you have an opportunity to submit a proposal to your customer, right? So this tool will help you to create your freelance proposal or freelance contract to be sent to your customer so that you can sign the agreement. So this also helps you to create some kind of, right? So I will write, what is my name? My name is Shakir Ali. Client name, for example, I'm saying JIMS is my client. Proposal fees is 25,000, right? A monthly digital marketing campaign for admissions. For example, I just kept it, right? And it is about default format. So let's keep it formal and then I'm going to generate it. So proposal for the JIMS monthly digital marketing campaign for admissions. Here is the summary, like recommendations, fee charges, fee summary, next step, why choose us, terms and conditions, right? So these are something which are there. Still further, I want to modify it. I can modify it and rerun this. Right? I can modify and rerun this, right? I want to add certain more clause to it. I can do that. Now, slowly and slowly, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see there is a freelance contract which is there. Then you can write press release, you can write slogans, ad copy, mission statements, hook, call to action, ida, attention, interest, desire, and action, right? So if I start narrating each and every component that this particular tool is having, probably whole day will go, but still will not able to. Now for an e-commerce platform or e-commerce portal, it's a very big challenge that we don't know what to write as a product description. This tool helps you to generate those kind of product descriptions as well. You can put the product name and then followed by that product description will be generated, right? So you will get all of these things using this particular platform. So this is something which is very handy and very useful tool for all of us. Likewise, car listings and all, right? So these are something related to sales oriented tools which are there. Now let's look at productivity tools. So you have various level of, you have two texts which are there. You want to merge and create a new one, right? Review, you want to generate some review, you want to generate interview questions that you for a survey or market survey to be done, you want MCQs to be generated, you want open-ended questions to be generated and all. So this tool will help you to generate all of those things, right? Right. So I'm done with this particular tool, right? So enough of that from this particular tool, but I'm going to move on to another tool, which is also very handy in terms of when I am in hurry and I have to make some presentation, what tool that I use, I'm switching on to that, and that is where profile.com is there.
Sir, here I would like to interfere. So students, if you have any questions, if you can, sir, take the students' inputs as well. If they
Right.
have any questions further to ask on the tools which we have described so beautifully, it will be wonderful. So students, if you have any questions, you can come here to the mic and ask your questions directly.
Yeah, for sure.
Any questions? If there are no questions, we can go further. But if is there any question, you can raise it.
We can continue.
Okay, sir. So please continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. So next tool that I use personally also I use a lot, and few of the tools which I am demonstrating to the extent that I have subscribed it as well, I'm using it, right? So I know that you are already using multiple tools and you are having it, but at the same time, uh, we can use some of the tools for quick scenario, right? For example, I am going for a presentation. I have a presentation or I want to meet a customer, right? So I'm going to write, or I want to pitch to any of a investor, or I want to pitch for the sales and all. So I can use some of the tools, particularly this particular tool that we can use in terms of making it, right? So create I've just given a scenario and then I want to create, right? So I can choose, right? I can choose up to 15 pages. In the free version, you can choose up to 15 pages, but you can increase number of pages as well. It can word count could be regular, audience is business or whatever it is, and slides are general. We can create it and then so we can create it, or if we want to keep it, we will generate it, right? So first, what it does, it gives you the complete scenario in the outline in the format of Word. So it generates and it is using, right? So it is defining the complete scope. So it is defining the complete scope and using these tools, using this particular tool, you will be able to define it, right? So it has multiple sections, understanding the digital landscape, page 1.1, where then page 1.2, page 1.3. So these are the outline. In case you want to edit this, and then you want to create your PPT, you can do so as well. But it helps you to give you the complete outline of what should be there. So first it generates content, what should be there, and then based on these content, they decide what PPT format that you want to use. You can choose the PPT format and then can use it for measuring success in the future of the directions, right? So it will keep generating, right? So this you can have it in the PPT format. At the same time, you can download this and have a PDF format in case you have to explain it, right? So it carries almost this many. So I'm okay with this. I'm going to generate the PPT for this. Likewise, using this particular tool, you can generate your business plan for various scenarios. For example, you have to present a business plan which is pitch deck or something like that, right? So you want to create it, and you have enough of the time. For example, you have been given half an hour time or 30 minutes time to present your ideas. So you can use this particular platform to generate as lengthy content as you want, right? But in the maximum limit of 15 slides that can be created using this particular freemium version, that means to say to a limited version you can, right? So this is something which has been generated. It has given you in the PPT format as well that you can download. At the same time, I can go back and present it, do that in the presentation mode, right? And when I'm going to do that in the presentation mode, I can see, right? You can see about the table of content, how it will be there. So we have 4 sections in this table of content: understanding the digital landscape, overview of the digital marketing in the healthcare, importance of online presence of hospitals, key deliverables, trends for shaping healthcare marketing, then crafting a comprehensive strategy. It is going to give you the whole outline about it. Now you can download this and you can edit and modify it and then use it for your own purpose. Right? Okay. So this is something which is there. Okay? Now I can go back and then change the theme of this. So I want to change this theme. I didn't like this theme. I want to change this theme to some other theme. It will happen just in a click. It will happen just in a click that the theme got changed for the whole way. Theme got changed, and then you have a altogether different perspective of the theme which is there. So this particular tool will help you to generate PPTs for various purposes. I have just given you one purpose, and then beauty of this is you can download the presentation, you can download the PPT, and then you can edit it. It's not that you have to do it only on the online format. You can download it, right? Likewise, you have various other formats as well that is there. So you can upload the content and then also you can create it. Right? So this is one of a tool which I used quite a number of times And sometimes you hardly have 10 minutes or 15 minutes of time, and you go for a first quick meeting to your customer. Probably this is something which is handy, which is POPAI.pro, right, which is there. If in case asked, I can share all these AI tools which I felt is handy for me. Next important tool, which is very good and very effective, is Gamma. I think many of you must have heard about this particular tool. Believe me, this is very helpful and handy for various things. For example, I want to create some PPT based on a website. So I can just put in website URL. For example, you only get to know about the website of your customer, and then you want to create some PPT based on that or some document based on that, right? So what I can do, I can write it over here. For example, this is a website which I'm having it, right? So I'm just keeping it and import. So what it will do, it is not able to import. So we'll see. It's not working. That's not a problem, right? So sometimes it's that kind of error that it gives, right? Because we are using free version, so we cannot bind with that. But yes, we can use this particular platform as well. So likewise, this particular tool, if I'm going to tell you that, for example, this is also helpful in terms of when we want to create some kind of business plan as well. For example, I want to create a business plan, right? So I'll be writing it, create a business plan document for a vehicle accident product. So I just kept it like that. Randomly, I kept it. So it will give you the slides. In a free version, you can make up to 8 slides, but you can use it for further. You can download it or you can use it. And these are the pointers that will be there. If you want to add some cards over here, that means to say you want to add some slide over here, you can do that as well. And I'm going to put that as a continue. I can choose, I want to have a professional version of it. So I can choose this as a professional, right? And then whichever the version that I want to use with template and all, I have chosen that and generated. So this is there. Now you can generate Word document, you can generate PDF, you can generate PPTs, you can generate using a website, you can generate other things as well. So introduction to it is going to generate. Now you can add on images which are relevant to you. You can add any of the relevant images in any of the slides. But AI will pick, mostly AI will also pick some of the images based on their understanding. You can choose your own image and can do so, right? So these are some of the so Gamma, I feel that it is quite handy and quite helpful. Right? Using the website also you can create, though I was face some difficulty in that, but that happens sometimes because we are using free version of it. So this is something about overall. Now, say for example, you have a limitation that you can only use up to 8 slides in this. Now, so what you can do? So you create, for example, you have 4 sections in your PPT, right? So you can create one section, and for that you take the derivation, you take this, which is there, going to be there in your 8 slides, followed by that another section for financial projection, for customer acquisition, for buyer persona and all. You can have another sets of detail, you can put the prompt and will be able to. So this has actually generated it, right? So it has generated. Now we can see how it will look like, and then we can make certain modifications in case needed. So this is still general purpose. So we can do all these things, and then we can make use of these platforms. So why I'm telling these things here is sometimes keeping the interest of the time, we have to put very strong image in front of our customer when we are going for pitching. And mostly when we are talking about entrepreneurs, startups and all, probably opportunity is the cost that we have to pay sometimes, that we have very less time and you don't get enough of the time to create effective presentation, and that you may miss the opportunity. So by using these tools effectively, what type of chat prompt that we have to use so that you get the best outcome of it, right? So all of those things that we have to understand. So this is another tool which I say Gamma is really a tool which is very strong, very helpful, and very active tool. Keeping the interest of the time, I'll be moving on to the next. Again, another tool which is very informative and very effective, we call it pitch.com, which is very good in terms of creating pitch document. Again, this tool is also having a limitation of number of slides that you can generate. You may not be able to generate unlimited slides, but even for pitch, you hardly get 5 minutes of time, right, to pitch your idea. So you can put a prompt related to your idea, and then you request for generation of pitch document. And this is something that has been used by one of a incubation center in Hyderabad, right, where I was mentoring some of the startups and entrepreneurs in terms of pitching their ideas, because 60 ideas was supposed to be presented and everyone was not getting enough time to present it. So what are the key pointers that they should, and based on that they can generate. So I can say that I have to create a pitch document for setting up electrical manufacturing, electrical appliances manufacturing unit in Noida for electrical fans, kitchen items, and right, just I know many of you must be aware about these tools, but how effectively you use it, that's more important, right? So it is not going to replace human, but at the same time, as I said, that digital marketing is something which helps you to take informed and well-calculated decision, right? You can see this is the complete layout that has came. Now, how to get it? So I can click on start editing, right? And then I'll be getting slide by slide things. I'll be getting slide by slide things, and then I can click on the play, and then you can see how it will appear, right? So this is about the first page. Second page, market research, is about competitive analysis, various, right? So you can make changes in this. Target audience, production planning, how you are going to do it, research and plan, execute and analyze, right? So these will be the execution phases. Then you have financial projections, revenue forecast, investment needed, cost analysis. So this at least give you idea about what should be there in your PPT, right? So that is where your market strategy. Now, once you have this, you can start editing it one by one. If you don't like it, you can again put a command saying that you didn't like that, recreate another one. So that's basically related to whether it's a sales pitch or whether it is a investment pitch or whether it is the idea pitch. So you can create with the help of pitch.com, or right. So these are some of the tools one of the tools that I felt is quite important in terms of creation of very important, which is creation of social media banners quickly, very quickly and very fastly we can create with the help of uh, tool called Treadice, right? This actually tool, I'm not going to demonstrate much about this, but you have an option about social media, ad creatives or e-commerce post you can create about this. This is very handy. So what we have to do, if you want to create a video or single image, we can pick for the single image. I'm just doing it quickly. Now you can put the image of the website. So I'm just putting up the image of the website. Let's see if it takes or not. So if it is taking, yes, it has taken. That's some of the courses which are there, right? So it has automatically fetched business description. Who are my customers, right? I can use these assets. This platform has taken some of the assets, means some of the images from my website, right? So they have taken images from the website and I can use these assets or I can upload my own image over here, right? So use these assets to generate. So I can enable it or whichever the asset that I don't want to use, I can disable that, right? And then I can continue. It has taken images and everything that it has taken, and then I'm going to say that generate, it is going to generate my image with various creative banners and creative things, right? So this will help us not to waste time, but use it, edit it, and then do that. Last but not the least, I want you guys to explore Canva, that we are already using it. But the good part with Canva is it gives you an option to use the premium version or pro version of Canva on a daily basis. That means to say, if you want to use it only for one day, you can subscribe it for one day, for 1 week, for 1 month, or for 1 year. So that is again, so I'm not going to describe you on the Canva, but this is something we are creating 300 variations to find you the perfect one. Now you can imagine this Treadice.ai is very effective and very handful as a digital marketer, and especially for startups and entrepreneurs, that they are not supposed to invest too much of their money in identifying a creative team or designing team, feeding a lot of money and funds for that. And so you are able to see these are the images that have been generated by AI to automatically elevate your digital marketing skills today, unlock your digital marketing potential. So these are some of the images. You just kept the URL of the website, see which image that you want to use it, and you can use it. Interestingly, you can also integrate these things with your social media and then you can post it, but free version has limitation of only posting with one of a social media platform, not to every social media platform like we have for Buffer or any other scheduling post that we have. So you can integrate it with the content calendar and then you can promote it, you can post it, right? So you can see all the images that have been created. These are the images, these are the videos that has been created because of, so there is a no video, at the same time, there is no carousel, right? So it is images that has been created. Now I can use these images and then can start using it, right? So keeping the, I'm like, so that's all from my side. So I'm going to stop. But as I was moving on to the next, so we were discussing about the tools and all. So I think that's all from my side. Rest of the things are about the journey and all, right? So I'm leaving it to you guys and then over to you guys for because we are left with only 5 minutes. I didn't realize that time is so much, right? So all right, guys, thank you very much for listening me, patiently listening me, and over to you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for an insightful session. Having explained so wonderfully about effective use of digital marketing and AI tools, where we understood everything so easily that it left no questions from our side. Your expertise and practical examples have given us valuable knowledge and inspiration. We appreciate your time and look forward to applying these learnings in our work. Thank you, ma'am, Team EDC for organizing such a great session. Can we have a huge round of applause?
Thank you so much, sir. Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to leave this session now. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm closing the session. Thank you once again.
Thank you.